Hello, everybody. I'm Cyberverse Trains, and today I have a little update for you all. First off, let's get the elephant out of the room. I have finally built my narrow gauge line for what I have for now, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Honestly, I am. I'm very happy with it, as a matter of fact. And to be honest, I do plan on getting excuse me. I do plan on getting the in scale switches that I have like back there. Those people call them express points. So basically, I do plan on getting the express points for the in scale track for my narrow gauge engines. Mainly because I prefer those. They're a lot less wonky. They're easier to clean, and I barely have any derailments on those types of switches or points for my rolling stock. And this is the first time that I'll be running narrow gauge on points, like on a point to point, system, basically, if that makes sense. And I want to try and have less of a. I mean, derailments are still going to happen, but I want to have the less amount of those if possible, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, narrow gauge is finally on the Thomas and, well, it wasn't supposed to be Thomas and Friends related, but yeah, so narrow gauge has finally been added to the layout. I have been wanting to put narrow gauge on my layout for a while now. I just haven't had an idea of what I wanted to do. I haven't had any plans or anything. Like I said, this layout, I'm basically winging it, but I'm trying to make it as good as possible for myself, for you guys that are watching every update when I have one coming out and you're seeing the progress. I am trying to get as much done as possible this year. It is slow, especially right now. It's summertime. In the summertime, I'm a lot slower getting stuff out because it's incredibly hot here where I live. I live in Virginia, the Chesapeake area, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach area. If you know that part of Virginia, it's very hot here. It gets hot here in the south, and it is, the humidity today is ridiculous. And it's August at the time of this recording, and it's the dog days now, so it's gonna continue to get hot up until like October, November. So I'm hoping that this heat wave will go away at some point. But anyway, yeah, narrow gauge is finally on the layout. I'm very happy. Basically, this took about maybe. It took a couple tries to get it right. I finally settled something for what I like. And right now, I just can't afford the express points at the moment because they're incredibly expensive. Anywhere they're like $80 to $90, and I just don't have the cash or money to fork out to get it. So what I had to do for now is just settle for the standard in scale switches that you can get at Hobby Lobby, Hobby Town USA, or Hobby Store, regardless. So I had to get the more affordable ones, and I had to get these online because none of my local hobby shops sell these. It's the in scale straight adapters, and they come in different sizes. I don't have the let me see. Do I have? Let me see. Yeah, they come in 4 different sizes. Now this is just 3 shown here. The 4th one is this scale. It's the biggest one that you can get in the 4-pack. It's technically an 8-pack because you get 2 each. Unfortunately, I had to use up all of these only because they came in very handy. and it was the only way for me to get a piece like that I needed. It was about the size that I needed because that's how big of a gap there was. So, yep, narrow gauge is basically complete. Standard gauge has gained an extra siding. Now, basically, it's a right switch that leads you into a small yard. Now, I am aware that it's not big enough to hold a 2-lane Knapford station. It's big enough to hold a 1-lane Knapford. So, I'm going to try and get the new Knapford station because it was announced by Matt, I believe, the new guy, the new coordinator or whatever his name is, or whatever he does for, I wanted to put this out there. I didn't know until, actually last night, the other night, my bad. The other night, Thomas Tuesday happened, and I wanted to just put out my respects for the decision for Doug Blaine to retire. I did not know he retired until that night. So, Doug Blaine, thank you. You were excellent. You were great on the Thomas Tuesdays. Everyone loved you. Never once did you ever disappoint any of us. Thank you, Doug, for everything. Thank you. Matt, welcome aboard. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the Thomas Tuesdays, and I hope it looks like you're off to a good start. I don't know if Doug was a part of the Flying Scotsman announcement. I think he retired before Flying Scotsman was the decision to be. I think Doug retired before the decision was made about Flying Scotsman. So, Matt, thank you for the announcement of Flying Scotsman and the reissue of Knapford. There we go. Finally got it out. Sorry, I do have a hard time getting my words out sometimes. I'm a little autistic, so bear with me. That is true. That's no joke. But Knapford, I do plan on putting back here. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might have to try and make space here. I might have to have a Knapford here and then a Knapford there. I know that's going to look stupid, but I don't know. I'll figure it all out when it comes time, excuse me. But I am aiming for Knapford to be back there. Unfortunately, it will have to be kind of set up like Trains Our Funds layout, just because the building is so huge that I have no idea where I'm going to put it. I am aiming for it to be here, but I might have to make modifications to the track setup itself, which is going to be difficult. But we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. We will see. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned. I do plan on having more updates regarding not just narrow gauge, but also standard gauge, everything else. So thank you all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.